What's going on, people? We are live. Joe, what are you saying, bro?
Rants, thanks for having me on, bro. Like, I was just saying to you offline, the reason why I came on is I was having one of those days where I've worked hard, but the amount of content you've been putting out recently and the work, I was just like, bruv, I have to work. Like, whether it was you or not, I would have just been like, I have to work. After this, I might take a little chill, but yeah, it's good to see you working hard.
Yeah, bro. It's got to be done, innit? It's got to be done, bro. You know what I'm saying?
For
Like,
sure, for
the
sure.
flipping economy shut down, but mine didn't. You know them ones, bro. We have to keep it moving, bro.
Listen. Yeah, and we both said that even during these times, opportunity, bro. Like I'm seeing there's a lot of sporting content coming back up. Besides the football, I know you're an NBA fan as well.
Yeah.
Um, that's coming back soon as well.
Can't
So
wait.
I'm looking forward, man.
I can't wait, bro.
Looking forward.
Basketball, like, oh, bro, like everything. I just cannot wait, bro. I cannot wait, man. Like, I've missed
Who do you
sport, to be fair.
who do you support?
I'm a Rockets fan, yeah, but like,
Is it?
yeah, but I just love basketball, innit? You know the ones, but Russ is my guy,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean?
Is
Westbrook's
it?
my guy, bro. So when Russ went
Okay.
over to the Rockets, him and James Harden, I was like, say no more, innit? They're two of my
Yeah.
favorite players. They're two of my favorite players, bro. It was a no-brainer for me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
It was a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
no-brainer
Now
for
that's
me.
good.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I'm definitely a fair weather fan when it comes to that. I can't have two teams that are not winning, fam. I've got to be. I go for it with Arsenal all the time, bruv. I'm not having
Yeah,
it in another sport.
yeah. Nah,
Oh
that's mad. No,
yeah,
the thing is with me, usually I don't support a basketball side. I've never had a
okay.
basketball team in my life. Like I grew up here,
Mm.
76ers, Allen Iverson, and then like I just follow my players in it. Like I don't really have
Yeah,
a team in it. Like when LeBron was at
yeah, yeah,
Cleveland, I used to follow LeBron at Cleveland. And then
yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying? Then when he went to Miami,
Mhm.
like that's the only basketball game I've been
That
to is
was
a Miami because I got
is
family there in it. So
is
I
it? So
got
you went?
family. Yeah, I got family in Florida. So my first basketball game was at the American Airlines Stadium, the Miami Heat with LeBron and D Wade, and that, bro, that was probably prime LeBron. Do you know what I mean? So I got to
With
see
Bosch
prime.
and that.
Yeah, so man got to see
Eee.
prime LeBron, bro. Like, and then after that, like it's kind of like, but I've never really had a team until this season. Obviously Westbrook, one of my favorites, and he went over to Harden, who's one of my favorites. So I was just like, fuck it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I said I'll follow these
Yeah.
man specifically this season. But if one of them get traded, I just go back to not having a team. Like I'm more
Yeah.
than happy to not. I mean, I just enjoy the sport, bro. Like it's
Yeah,
not. It's,
bro. How about I think it's the best sport in the world? I know it's very biased, yeah, but me personally, yeah,
it
if
is.
I didn't know it's football or basketball and you just told me just enjoy one, obviously I'm in England and I've
Yeah,
grown up here and stuff like that, but and I love football to death. I'm not saying I don't love it, but I just
yeah,
feel like the natural entertainment of basketball, you don't even really need to support a team and you can
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
fully involved. And I think it's a bit
Basketball.
harder to do that.
Basketball is the most exciting spectator sport on the planet. It's end to end, it's quick. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of skill involved. With football, if you don't understand football, you can be bored by it. Do you know what I'm
Quick.
saying? You can just watch it and you see a man passing the ball and go inside, and you're just like, bro, like, what is this? Do you know what I mean? With basketball,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? When man are throwing up like three figures on the scoreboard, yeah, in games and stuff, like it's exciting instead of watching football and you might
Yeah.
see a nil. Imagine you're introducing someone, yeah, and their first
Someone.
game's a nil-nil draw, bro.
Bruv, and you're having to watch Stoke, you know what I mean, or something that don't even look pretty, bruv. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, luckily, imagine, yeah, I seen one girl before, yeah. The first game I took her to, yeah, was Watford Man City in the FA Cup final when Watford got pammed like 6-0. So she enjoyed that
Yeah,
because she
yeah,
got so bare
yeah,
goals.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
imagine if your first goal is a nil-nil ball draw, bro. Like that put you off the
It's long.
sport. You see what I
It's
mean?
long.
So with
It's
basketball,
long. Yeah.
there's an absolute guarantee that you're gonna be at a high scoring game, bro. You know
And
what
the
I mean?
American
So
fans are something else as well. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like they get excited over everything. So
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. So nah, so it's wavy, man. But bruv, how are you feeling about later, fam? Because the banter's already
How
started
about
online. And I said
listen?
before all the banter started, I said, yeah, like I slyly said, you know what, I fancy Arsenal to beat them. Only because I feel like City have had bare long. I feel like if any of the players are going to be complacent and not ready, it's going to be the City players, not the Arsenal players. I think they know they're the underdogs and they're going to be hungry. But if all things go the way they're meant to go, you man are meant to get a pan in today still.
Yeah, it was. That's what everyone's saying. Like, I got people like Jermaine. Jermaine just taking the piss. Big J's out here putting 7-1 predictions and that because of what Brentford did to us. Yeah, I'm like, look, man, allow it, innit? Like, allow it. You man lost as well, though. Don't get it twisted. I swear you lost to West Brom one game.
We played 2 games. Yeah, lost one.
You lost one, and the one you lost was
we won on
your first
aggregate, blood. It don't matter. We won 3-2 on aggregate,
bro. That first game you lost, yeah, you had the superstars. You had Bruno and Pogba back in the same team, bruv. You see what I'm saying?
We also had the youths in defence though. Like it was one of them ones where it was a proper mix-up team. You know them ones there. So
listen, I was waiting for you, man. I was waiting. Like when I was looking at the scores, I was just thinking, you know what? Yeah, whatever. I can't wait. I can't wait to your game as well, either.
I'm looking forward to the game, you know, because like bare people are like, oh, they're not sure, bro. And it's like this is the game where we'll see if United have turned the corner, yeah, or if Ollie's still a fraud in it. This game, you know what I mean? This is when we'll see because everyone's like, oh no, we've turned the corner, 12 unbeaten, and that. If we go, yeah, and lose to them, nah, it's not serious. It's not serious.
But you got it, but bro, same thing. I have to be honest, bro. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can judge it by this first game. But for example, Arsenal City, there's no comparison. We know who's the better team. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
no, but I feel like ability-wise, United and Tottenham are so close. I think it's gonna come down to the managers, bro. You know what I mean? As well, you know what I mean? Because in terms of the squads, we're very similarly like, bruv. Like I hate FIFA and that, but if you looked at the two teams' FIFA ratings, they'll be very close. You know the ones there. There's not much between us. It's not the gap between Arsenal and City is way bigger than the gap between Man United and Tottenham.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In terms of ability of the squad. So this is going to be put down to which managers prepared their players physically the most and gets it right tactically, bro.
But bro, when you're saying that though, I can only see one man though. I know you don't like Jose, but like if we're going for reputation and whatever you think of his style and his man management. When it comes to these type of games, if you're saying that's what it's down to, I pick Jose over most man a lot of the time, bro. I don't know what you're saying, but
yeah, I would like to say, Rants, did you know Ollie's only won 4 of 9 games this year? Yeah, I know that. But man, are overhyping what, bro? Listen, let me tell you how this man is a fraud. Yeah, you might want to see statistics because I know you young man like stats. Yeah, cool. Man, yeah. After 29 games, yeah, this is the lowest points tally we've had post Ferguson, bro. 2013, David Moyes had 48 points. We're on 45 at the moment. Moyes finished that season, yeah. Like, you know, Ollie, even if we win all of our games, yeah, till the end of the season, I think that's the only way that he can get near Ollie's tally that he finished. I mean, Moyes' tally. I don't even think he can catch Moyes, bro. I don't even think he can. I think it's mathematically impossible.
But Moyes got sacked by Christmas though, or something like that, didn't he? Or
no, the following season.
He had a full season and then then up to the Christmas.
Yeah, Moyes didn't get because remember in January he signed one matter and then he signed Fellaini in the thing. So he had pretty much a full season anyway. He didn't get sacked near Christmas. He got sacked towards the end of the season.
Okay. Jeez.
Because remember, Ryan Giggs came in as caretaker for only like 3 games or something, and and they, he gave James Wilson a debut and all that.
Why? Oh, what's happened to him? Because he, man,
fell off, bruv.
Flipping it. Because at one point I remember I was watching him. I think I went to watch like a random QPR Brighton game or something, and he still looked like he had been at United and stuff like that, but. These guys, what happens to your guys, bro? Everyone's always trying to get at Arsenal. Your McCaders, your Yanazais, your Wilsons.
You know what it is, you know what it is with Man United? Because they've got this heritage of bringing through young players, these man gas up all these shit ballers, bro. They just have one good performance and man say, yeah, they're going to be the next class of 92. Get the fuck out of here. These men are trash, bro.
Flipping it. Who else? I'm not even trying to get a man for the flop signings. I'm talking about the players that have come through that are supposed to be the truth, innit? Oh, what happened to... You had one Black Don that was defending.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about, bro.
Blackie.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's left-footed, bro. I forgot his name now. Tyler Blackie.
He was Tyler Blackett. What's happened to him?
Bro,
I'm not saying everyone's supposed to.
They're all playing in the football league, but guess what? That's why what LVG won is even more impressive because all the man that LVG brought through now, them man aren't even playing championship level. He had man that were not even championship level ballers playing in the Prem, bro, and he still finished with an FA Cup. Like, it's mad when people realize
you hated him. You hated him.
I didn't hate him, bro. I didn't hate him, but I got to the point where I was like, the thing with LVG was, he was just too negative for me. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, when I remember chatting to you that year, you was just like, I'm not going to no United games, fam. You were like,
that was Jose. That was Jose. When I boycotted United and didn't go, it was Jose, blood. It was Jose. I hated him, bro. It was Jose. I didn't go. I went to all the LVG games. The Jose one, I didn't go.
Did you?
I stopped. Yeah, the Jose one, I stopped going like halfway through the season, bro.
So that just makes me laugh, bro. These football thingies can just piss man off and that.
Bro, it fuck up my whole week, bro. The Jose thing, because you know the worst thing about Jose time was, the football would be shit, but then the press conference, man's deluded with it as well. And I'm like, bro, you don't even know what's going wrong, so you can't fix it. I'm like, I'm not traveling for this, bro.
Yeah, I love like Jose from when we were young, innit? Obviously, that's why I'm a Jose man, innit? But so it's taken a lot for me to say that. I think he has kind of like gone backwards a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And for me, he was a massive Jose fan, Jose fan, bro. Like, man grew up on that guy, innit? Like, you know what I'm talking about. But it's like when I look at where Pep is, and don't get me wrong, I think Pep's had the nice format. He laid his out real smart, innit? I feel like the Tottenham move was a knee-jerk move, bruv. I don't think he should have ever went there, bruv. I think it's like it's a cute story if you win, but I just wouldn't advise it, bruv. You know, I would have gone somewhere to rebuild that confidence, go PSG or something, because if he doesn't win anything at Tottenham, I don't even know how PSG would win it.
Yeah, you can't go nowhere else if he doesn't win anything at Tottenham. That's why I think Jose knows that he's finished in football. I think he knows. Because if you wanted to use Tottenham as a stepping stone to go somewhere else, you don't go to Tottenham, innit? Tottenham's somewhere where you go to die, innit? Like, you know them, it's like when an old man moved to Bournemouth, blood. Like, they know that there's nothing happening down there.
Yeah. It's just a quick pay packet.
Do you know what I'm saying? And just see the rest of my days out there, innit? Like, I feel like that's what Jose's gone to Tottenham to just make the last bit of cash and then call it a day, bruv. Also, be in London near his family. I think he just decided, you know what? Yeah, it's a convenient job for me.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. I think the convenience was a big deal to play with it, because I don't know if you noticed, like when he first got the job and that, and there was all this palaver about the ball boy, like repainting his image, and when something would go wrong, he's smiling and I was just thinking, bruv, this ain't the new Jose. This ain't the Jose we know, bruv. Like, I'd rather him even get back to being who he is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's so mad, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, how are you feeling about Arteta anyway, bruv, going into this game? Remember, this is flipping Pep's right-hand man, bruv. Now at the gate, they're playing against each other. Like, maybe Arteta's got a game plan for him, bruv. You know, them ones there could be interesting.
I would like to think that, if I'm to be really honest with you. I think the thing about game plans is, look, as much as obviously I'm an Arsenal guy, and the majority of my comments are always biased because I'm still on the pay packet there, But the truth is, you need to also remember that it's also down to the players, man. One thing I realized about managers or whatever, when we talk football, you could have a good system, but if you ain't got the players, that's why Pep in his first season was like, I didn't do well. Because not just because he thought he didn't do well, but because he knew he didn't have the players to play the system that he wanted. That's why, new goalkeeper, new wing backs, you know what I mean? New centre midfield. Like, he didn't play.
3 wing backs in his first window.
Bruv, he did not play. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, even now he's still not playing when he buys players. Like, you'll see, you know what I mean? Like, you'll see Rodrigo comes. Like, he's not playing in it. He's never playing. That's the thing that I respect about him. And I think when you look at Arsenal and you look at the quality, as much as I like my players and that, and I support my club, do we have the players to implement what it is that Arteta's used to? Because I heard what Pep said. Pep said Arteta knows Man City inside out. When you hear that, you think, that should mean that you're right, Rants. It should mean that he's got a game plan. However, if my winger or whoever is just not good enough to do what he has to do against Raheem Sterling, bro, Raheem will get the best out of him 9 times out of 10.
I think it'd be interesting to
That's
see how Saka does, because he's a good player. He's not a left back, but the system has got him working wonders. He looks amazing in the system, bro. Now he's coming up against real quality. Do you know what I mean? It'll be interesting to see how he looks for me, because there's no doubt there's a player in there, but I also know that he's not a left back. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's true. It's true.
So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, you say that. It's true. I don't, in a weird way, I don't expect the most from him. It's kind of like, I really like Brandon Williams, yeah. But when Brandon Williams doesn't do well, or he has a quiet game, I'm not sitting there, because I know he's still in the development stage. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, and I think he's a good player. I think he's a squad player. I don't believe he's going to be the best left back in the world, but I do believe that he's one of them players. Even if your team gets a new makeover, I believe he could still be there, because he really, like that. But with Saka, it's the same thing. Like, I don't expect a lot. I think the only thing that's dangerous is the way you're saying he's not a left back. With City, you can get punished badly.
Yeah,
badly.
We saw that against City. I think Mahrez had Brandon Williams on toast. It was a madness. That's one of the worst games that he's had. But it's not his fault, bro. It's Mahrez. You know, it's Mahrez, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Mahrez can do that to anyone.
Yeah, respect to Mahrez as well, because after a year at City, I thought he was gonna. It wasn't looking real good for him. I thought he was gonna leave, but then he was able to, like, you know what I mean, play the way Pep wanted to play. And I don't know how much you know of Mahrez, but Mahrez is a real moody character.
Yeah.
If he feels like he doesn't want to do anything, he needs a Pep to say, bruv, you're either playing here or you're not. Do you know what I'm saying? So respect to him for that. But yeah, back to Saka. It's against City. You know, I can see him doing very, very well attacking wise. I really can. I can see him surprising, the players and that. However, on a defensive standpoint, Rants, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
But that's what I was saying, G. When man was saying, oh yeah, like I tweeted something this morning, and man were like, oh yeah, watch when Arsenal pan them, and I was like, bruv, I've seen your defense. I don't need to see the rest of your team in it. Like, that's my thing. Like, it's not even conceding goals, because anyone can concede goals. It's the manner in which man are conceding. It's like man are not even having to work hard to concede goals here, bro. Like, you man are creating your own problems, bro. When you're losing the ball on the edge of your own box and giving man goals and stuff. Like, I think, who's it, Maitland-Niles or something, done a mad thing in the first goal, bro. Like, they ended up falling over, and then man wrapped him, and then I see David Luiz trying to loop balls over man's head and that, like, and then lost the ball, and I'm like, bro, like, you haven't played football in so long, yeah? Normal people would be like, you know what? I'm just going to do the basics today. These men out here, like, playing like they've been playing every week for the last, like, 6 weeks or whatever. I don't know what they're playing at, bro.
But let's be honest with you, though, yeah? We didn't respect Brentford at all. We went there as if it was going to be some kickabout, like you're playing against your young G's and that, yeah? But the truth is, yeah, they made us, and why I rated them, yeah, Brentford fans watching, yeah, I rated them because they punished us for every mistake. You see what I mean? There's one thing saying that a team doesn't play well, but they punished us. And I think Arsenal know that. Now, I know as weird as it sounds here, but if you get punished the way we did against Brentford, you're gonna be willing, to do less of them mistakes, bro. I don't think you're going to be seeing David Luiz trying to flick something against someone's head. Like, we're going to have to respect them. And that's the only positive I can think. Like, I think if you've got any sort of heart, you're going to have to look at that result and say, lads, we were not there last game, but this is, it has to start from here. It has to.
But as a manager, are you not saying to your players before that game, listen, we know this is a friendly, but this is Brentford. This is their cup final. How often are they going to get to play Arsenal at the Emirates, bruv? They're going to come with a fire in their belly and just wanting to turn you over, bruv. I think there's got to be a competitive edge to a certain degree, in those kind of games. Like, I don't mind losing a game, but the man were turning possession over. It's like, bro, like, in my head, as a manager, I'm like, train the way you play, bro. Like, honestly. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I've even had training matches with the United Stand. I managed them, bro. And I had my centre back one time. We were playing 9-a-side, and he kept bombing forward and that. And I pulled him off, and it was training. I don't give a fuck, bro. You're centre back. Do you know what I mean? When I see a man putting in crosses bare times, and then we're getting caught out with long balls because you're running forward and you're not taking it seriously, bro. Like, you don't need to practice doing that because you're not doing that in a game. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't practice that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're just getting bad habits, bro. Like, I pull man off in training, bro. Like literally 9-a-side match just for training. A man's running forward and that, trying to do up Cafu and your centre back. I just pull man off.
Is he big? Is he happy to be big? And
yeah, but he's got decent
those
feet
guys, man.
And he's quick. But I'm like, bro, like if you were a baller like that, yeah, you wouldn't be a centre half, innit? You're a centre half because you're a centre half, bro. It's just like them keepers that want to play outfield, bro. I'm like, you're in goal because you're shit, bro. You know them ones. Like, I'm one of them managers. Like, I don't care if you're good enough to play outfield, you'd be outfield, bro. You're in goal because you never got picked out there, bro. Like, let's keep it all the way 100.
Or maybe he's just a very good shot goalkeeper.
Nah, bro,
you can't say that to David. You can't say that to David De Gea. Not this David De Gea. I'm talking about David De Gea that was keeping you man from relegation. That one. You man can't. He's a good.
Bro,
he's
David
a good
De Gea
shot
only went into goal at 14 years old, bro. Because he wasn't good enough outfield, bro. He didn't start as a keeper, bro. David De Gea that's why he saves stuff with his feet, bro. You see, when us man go in goal, what do? We save stuff with our feet. We do, because we're not goalkeepers. You see what I'm saying? You can tell that he learned goalkeeping late, bro, because our natural instinct, if we go in goals, what do? We try and stop the ball with our feet. We don't dive unless we have to. We try and block it with our feet.
14,
bro.
yeah?
14, bro. That's when he decided I'm a full-time goalkeeper. Before that, he was outfield and that, bro.
I'll get back to you on that still. But yeah, but it's the positioning. I hear what you're saying about positioning and stuff like that. We were.
Bro, that was running out or trying to flip in like over man's head.
What was he doing there? What was he doing?
Why was he even there? You know what I mean? As a centre half, you don't need to be in no man's land, bro. Like, and he was out where the left back should have been. It didn't make sense in my mind. Why are you there? Do you know what I mean? And
not even left back, left wing back, fam. Left mid, left wing. Like, he was operating like the guy that bombs. You know, like that, like. Yeah, it was all, bro. The banter man was holding in group chats, for all of that. Oh,
this is what I'm saying, and that's why I feel like as a manager, as much as it's only training and this, that, and the other, bro. Like, this is football's played up here. The reason why man conceded them goals is because they weren't right up here. If they're not right upstairs against Man City, bro, because one thing you know about Pep is he's a bastard, bro. If you're 5-0 up and there's 10 minutes to go, Pep wants the 6th. You know them ones. Pep's not going to say, you know what, guys, if we go 2 goals up, take it. No. If them man concede a goal early, Pep's going to want 6 or 7, bro. You know that's what Pep's on.
Bloody heck, Rants, man. All right, I get it. You know what I mean? You got to work hard.
The thing about Pep Guardiola, the one thing I do like about him is his ruthlessness, bro. He's never happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like...
Do you think he does that for show? Do you think that's part of his brand? You know when like after a game and he'll be there like like you know do you think that's like, what do you reckon? What do you reckon, that's the brand, or do you reckon that's just him?
You know what? I used to think that it was, until Henry told man the story about when he took man off, blood. Because he didn't
no way. I want to hear this. When did you speak to Henry? And lay this out.
Henry spoke about it on Sky, and he said there was he pulled him off because he was making
half time. Yeah.
And that's when I realized that this Bray is a control freak, blood. You have to do everything the way he wants it, and everything has to be done meticulously. Pep was like, bam, get off the pitch, bro, because he made runs he didn't tell him to make, and that's it. That's what he's like, bro.
And he scored a goal that game as well, didn't it? He scored.
You see what I'm saying? He's never happy. How come I score a goal and you pulled him off anyway? This is the kind of manager, bro. He's a perfectionist, bro. He's ruthless.
Bro, I heard, The funny thing is, think of it at that time as well, Let's set the scene for that, Bro, this was Henry, you know. He was arguably the top 3 best players, respected players in the world at that time. Even when he moved to Barca. Because obviously, Ronaldinho had probably started going downhill. I'm not saying he was...
He wasn't what he was, bro. He's in the clubs.
But but for the ego was still there for Henry. You know them ones there, like he had man playing on the left and all that, bro. Like as if he was, do you know what I mean? As if man had to come and reprove himself in that, bro. Madness, bro. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't
Yeah,
believe it.
Pep doesn't care who you are, bro. You know what I mean? He doesn't care. He's got a very rigid way of working, and that's where the LVG and Pep comes from. That thing, them man are so rigid, and that's why LVG prefers to work with younger players. Same with Pep, because they just do what they're told. They don't really like to work with superstars because them man aren't really willing to kind of soak everything up. That's why LVG would rather he gave debuts to I think 14 players that season because it's like these men will do what they're told. Do you see what I'm saying? Whereas other players, he brought in Di Maria, but it's like this player don't listen. So I'm just not playing you. You know what I mean? And Pep's very much like that. That's why he loves Raheem. Because Raheem does all the running, the pressing, and just listens and does what he wants him to do. And that's why Gabriel Jesus was playing ahead of Aguero for a long time. Because he was like, Aguero's not pressing. So I'm not playing.
Bro, he didn't start Aguero for the Real Madrid game. As good as Thingy is, and they still got the win.
You see?
Bro.
That's what I mean. The system's more important than any one player with Pep, bro. I mean, that's what he's about.
When he didn't start Aguero that game, not a lot of people were arguing either, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was trending on Twitter or, you know, them ones there. Like, it was just like, we know why. Because Jesus presses. Bruv, it's mad. I still don't think Jesus became the player that I thought he was going to become, though.
Nah, I feel like he's one of them flash in the pan ballers, blood. Like, I had high hopes for him, and he's kind of tailed off, innit? He's looking all like Milan Barros now, bro. Like I told man already, man, just a Brazilian Milan Barros, blood. That's what he is, bro.
Nah, he's better than Milan Barros.
Nah, Milan was a baller, you know. Come on, man.
In that first season for Liverpool, but after that,
but bro, not only just that, he had a wavy World Cup as well.
I can't remember.
With the Czech Republic, bro. Milan Barros, blood. You know what I'm saying? The only ethnic in the Czech Republic team and that, bro. Doing up bits, man. Milan Barros, man. He was underrated still, like, at the time because we had real bad boys in the Prem. So, man didn't really put respect on his name, but his numbers were always, like, respectable. You get me?
He was. When he first passed through that Liverpool team, I couldn't believe it, bro. Couldn't believe it.
No,
I'm flipping. Southampton are playing real soon, innit?
I think there's a game pretty much every day now.
Is it now? Is it in 6? What time is it? It's now. It's like in a couple of minutes or something like that, isn't it?
Oh, he said it was the Euros. Milan Barros shelled it down, not the World Cup. Yeah, I knew it was one of them big major tournaments anyway, bro. He done a mazza.
Man, Joe. Flipping heck,
you know what I'm saying?
What was I gonna say? Your turn now. I know we spoke a little bit about it at the beginning, but Man United.
Man said, "What's your thoughts on Pepe?" Like, that's an Arsenal man. You have to answer that now.
What's my thoughts on Pepe? Listen, the truth is,
Joe's on the payroll, so he's not gonna answer.
Yeah, listen, the truth. Let me be 100% with you. He's had one season to where obviously it's not been great, innit? Let's not sit here and you know, do all of this and that. Yeah, like it's not been like great. It's not been like the worst ever. I think the thing that doesn't help him is the price tag, of course. But this season, I don't think there's any excuses. He has to be one of the best players of the team. When I'm talking about Aubameyang, I need to also be talking about Pepe. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? Like, simple as that. He's at that age now where this year he's 25 Rants. Am I correct? 24, 25 this year. You know what I mean? Like, he's no more messing around. He's had enough time, to kind of settle in, get to know your teammates. I know it's still the end of this season, but I'm looking at this season a bit like, for us, Arsenal, I'm kind of looking at it like it's the new season where you have to like scrap what's been going on and start fresh. You have to. Do you know what I'm saying? Saying that, I also expect a very, very big season from Marcus Rashford, because I feel like even the stuff that he's doing off the field, Rants, I think it's going to give him the confidence that he knows, I'm Marcus Rashford. I'm the main man in England. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you know, every time he goes to play for England, and he's got good numbers and he's a threat, but Harry Kane is still the main man. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Rashford's not a striker. He can't look at Harry Kane's position. That's not even up. That's not even, bruv. He can't play there, bruv. You
say that, but since he's been in the England team, when he's fighting against someone, it's usually Kane that takes his time. That might be different now, because obviously
he's fighting Raheem Sterling or something. Or I would play Raheem Sterling in the 10, bruv. He plays sick in the 10, bruv.
I haven't seen enough of him to say that he does, if I'm honest.
I like Sterling in the middle still, you know. I like him in the 10, bro. that he's good, he's clever. You know what I mean? And he's got
I
the
haven't
good
seen
close
enough of him.
control. And the thing he's got from Pep is his decision making. You know what I'm saying? Like, he
Look,
knows when to slide a pass through and stuff like that. Like, Sterling does well in the 10, bro. Like, definitely can
I
play
need
in the
to see
10.
more of
Rashford on the left. Because Dele Alli in the
It's
10's a myth, blood. You know, might as well play Raheem there. Swear to God.
oh my days. Dele Alli's living off reputation, you know.
But that's what I mean. He's finished, mate.
Dele Alli, yeah. Oh my gosh. Nah. Yo, Dele. Listen. And the funny thing is, yeah, for Spurs player or not, man was a real big fan of Dele, you know. Like
Bro, so
when
was
he was
I.
like doing these bits, I thought to myself, bro, people can't deny this kid. This kid
Yeah.
is do you know what I mean? But
I don't know
I
what's
don't know,
happened though.
brother.
I don't know what's happened to him, but bruv, imagine, yeah, Harry Kane, yeah, with Rashford on the left, Sterling behind him, yeah, and Sancho on the right, blood. That front four's a joke, you know.
I think England's the only nation that wouldn't do that though. All the flary nations would do that,
Yeah.
but I don't think we would do that.
You play them,
You know
and
that?
then you play Jordan Henderson, yeah, and another defensive midfield. Just play two DMs, yeah,
Yeah,
and play
like they'll
them.
like Declan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Declan Rice or something. Play two defensive mids, blood. Just play Henderson and Rice, yeah, to just hold, yeah, and just play them four up front, bruv. Are you mad?
they
You have
they
to
wouldn't
run
do
through
that though.
teams, bruv. They have to, though, bruv. Bruv. Like, come on, like you have to.
They wouldn't.
Imagine,
They just wouldn't. They just wouldn't. You know how the thing's set, bro. Like England don't do that. Brazil would do that. Spain would do that. Even Argentina, who ain't won a damn thing, would do that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think they would. And the funny thing is, yeah, those DMs have got to be world class if you're gonna do that. Wouldn't you say? No.
Nah, you just need man that ain't gonna go forward. You just need numbers, bruv. You know them ones. I don't think they need to be world class. I think you just need a man that know their job and they're just going to sit, bruv. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Just sit, bro. Like, it's not that hard. Like, Henderson doesn't play a complicated game anyway. Neither does Declan, to be fair.
Yeah, it's true. And also, when you look at the only problem is as well, they need to get Gomez bedded into the first team quickly, like make it his, because all the other stuff that was happening during the course of the season, the Michael Keanes, the love for Tomori and that he's young and he's doing his thing, but all them things there weren't it, man.
Yeah.
Weren't it at all.
It's
Weren't
true.
it at
Like,
all.
Gomez seems like the only sensible thing. I think because Southgate doesn't really trust anyone, it's kind of like he'll go for the three at the back, or you'll just keep changing them. Like, you know what I mean? You've got, what do you call him, Tyrone Mings as well, who's a shout. But who would you play next to Harry Maguire though? Like, it would have to be Gomez.
I would have to play Gomez, and I think the only thing that one of the things that's playing against Mings at the moment is because he's in a relegation battle, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the only thing. I don't care what no one says, bro. It's very hard to consider players like that when you're looking at it when you think of their club form. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like Chilwell gets in automatically now. You know, I don't know what you think, but I think.
Yeah, but he has to be England's left back if you're being honest, because it's either him, Luke Shaw. That's it. Because Ryan Bertrand's fallen off the face of the earth. There was loads of talk of him, and then not so much now.
Rose.
You're saying Mings is still a baller. I agree. Mings is a baller. Danny Rose, for me, is England's best left back, but he hadn't been playing. But Danny Rose is better than both of them. Like, he is. But it's one of them ones where, like, he hasn't really been playing at Spurs, and then I think he moved to Newcastle, didn't he?
And then this whole madness. Yes, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna really be interesting, man. I think with Danny Rose, bro, believe it or not, yeah, when you're thinking about player harmony and stuff, yeah, I think he's a great guy. But I don't know how much he fits, if that makes sense.
In
Like,
terms of personality wise and stuff,
yeah.
He's one of the
I
senior
don't.
heads. I just feel like, the generation
Yeah,
has passed him now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's the new wave for the young kids now.
yeah. But Brandon Williams, what's your thoughts on him? Do you ever reckon he'll ever be a top left back for England or nah?
No, I don't think so. He looks like a right back playing left back. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what he looks like, to be honest. Right footed left backs.
Why? Oh, because he's right footed.
Not just because he's right footed, but because just the thing is the way he carries the ball. You know what I mean? Because Dennis Irwin was right footed, so was Philip Lahm, but they passed the ball with their left foot. Brandon does everything on his right foot, so he always wants to come inside. Do you know what I mean? I don't see him playing passes and dribbling with his left foot. Everything's so right-sided, isn't it? And because it's so right dominant, it's just awkward, bruv. There's no balance there. Nah, he just looks like a right back to me. You know what I mean? But
So
obviously, you're not getting right back ahead of Aaron, bruv. No way.
So you saying that Luke Shaw's still the number one left back for Man United?
He has to be. Do you know what I mean? As much as I believe we should be doing better than that, I just feel like they gave Luke Shaw a new deal. He's on a lot of money. I don't see Luke Shaw not being the left back at Manchester United for the next 4 years, unless he does something suicidal for his career to the point where the club just get fed up with him.
How much is he on now?
He's on nearly like 200 grand a week, bro. I think he's on like 170 or something. Yeah, I can't believe it either, bro. Yeah, bro. Exactly.
You know, bro, I don't really get heart attacks in it. Well, when I mean I don't get shocked.
Bro, he's the highest paid left back in football, bro. He's on more than Marcelo, bro.
No way.
I
don't know what's going on these days, man.
This is why Man United fans should be rioting at the owners because of stuff like this. It's unbelievable, bro. It's unbelievable.
Flipping heck, man. What else we got left to talk about?
Man said Rashford over Sterling. No way, not for England. They both need to play, bro. They're two of England's best players. We shouldn't have to be... England aren't good enough to be choosing between their best players. Play all of them.
Listen, that's what I said, though. If it was another country... Like, do you know what I mean? You could do that, or I don't know. I just don't. That's my only thing. I think Southgate is good because he experiments. I think he's really been a breath of fresh air in it. Let me be real with you, yeah. I don't know, man. Obviously, he knows why he does what he does, but sometimes I just feel like those guys, other nations will do what they have to do. When Spain didn't have a striker, they didn't go get some second grade striker. They said, you know what, man's not. You're not it, so you're not playing, or you are it, so you are playing midfield. Simple. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like even with Fergie, if you look at Fergie could have. He was a brilliant manager. He could have tried to squeeze in Nicky Butt because people forget Nicky Butt could play football. You know, Nicky Butt was.
He's a baller. It's just like so underrated. Everyone else, bro. Technically, there you go. So good, bro.
Bruv, there you go. Because don't forget, it's because Scholes is so good on the ball. If you really think of it, remember 2002 World Cup?
Yeah.
Bro, they asked Pele, who has been the best player so far? Hands down, it was Nicky Butt. Nicky Butt, when he first moved to Newcastle, man was doing bits. And you know Newcastle weren't dead back then either. Do you know what I mean? Like they were doing better than my team's currently doing now. Put it that way, So, bro, Nicky Butt, I was shocked he could play football. There's a couple man, he's
a good man like that. I was speaking to Darren Bent and Danny Murphy was another one, bro.
Danny Murphy,
because he was next to Steven Gerrard. Man never rated him, but he was a baller, bro.
Yeah, Danny Murphy.
Comparing him to Steven Gerrard all the time. And that's the thing. Sometimes when you've got other good players in your team, like it's only when these men go to other teams you realize, yo, this man's mad techie. You know what I'm saying? So like football's like that, bro.
Hello?
Yo, bro.
Oh man. Oh, I'm back now. Sorry,
yeah.
Danny Murphy. Rants. He was a little bit techie still for an English player.
Yeah, very.
He was kind of techie.
He was very, very technical, bro. And he played in that pocket. Do you know what I'm saying? And English players never used to really play in the pocket like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But he was good, bro. But because they never really played that style of player in this country, they didn't really they didn't appreciate them. And that's what I was saying to Ben as well. Even like Leon Osman that used to play for Everton as well. He was another one. Proper skillful, played in the pocket. And they used to call him Iniesta there, because he was mad skillful in that. But he got nowhere near England. You know them ones there. Obviously, man went Iniesta, but he was tidy, bruv. Like good feet, both feet. He could dribble round the corner, short game and that. But that wasn't the thing, though. Do you know what I'm saying? That wasn't the thing in that era. In that era, it was about them Braveheart ballers, bruv. You know what I'm saying? It was about the Scott Parkers and that. You know, they were right there that were covering bare blades of grass, bruv. Scott Parker kept Michael Carrick out the England team. Like that will haunt me
Did
forever.
he?
Yeah, bro.
Did he?
Scott
I
Parker
forgot.
had carried out the team, bro. Unbelievable, bro.
But that's also because Chelsea were the in thing back then as well, though, innit?
Yeah. That's it. Man is saying as well, Paul Merson. Yeah, he was underrated. He was technical as hell, bro. You know what I mean? Man didn't take the piss out of Merson that, but he was a baller, though. Do you know what I'm saying? So when he said, and he actually says some intelligent things, but because he's such a buffoon most of the time, man don't take him seriously. But Merson
And
says some clever things, bro, and man, it goes over people's heads because he says it.
yeah, I think it's just we expect. Yeah, I can't explain it, Rents. Yeah, but I feel like sometimes as we expect Merson to act a particular way because he played for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like, what's his predictions for this game? Have you seen by any chance?
Who Mercy's? I haven't, you know, but
Yeah.
that would be interesting because he don't hold back, bro. He'd be like, listen, they're gonna get slapped gazillion nil on that, bro. Merson, come on, G. Bro, I don't know what he's saying, bro.
Oh my days, bro!
Yeah.
If we win, yeah, you might wanna get me on for 5 minutes in the evening. Still, I
Yeah,
can't
bro.
lie.
Hey, that might have to be that, you know. Nah, I think we'll
I
have
can't
to see, bro.
lie. If we win, bro, you might. You know what I mean?
It'd
I
be
can't even
interesting
lie.
to
This is
see
my
what Merson's saying. Paul Merson, bro. Let me Google him right now,
yeah.
yeah, and see what he's saying, bro. What he's saying, bro.
Oh man,
Has Merce said anything about the game? Nope, it doesn't look like it. Nope, no, he hasn't said nothing, bro.
I
Nope,
can't believe that.
nothing, bro. That's a shame, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a shame
It's
because
got to be
Merce has always got the comedy value. I'm telling you, he's a top guy, bro. He's a top guy. That's one thing. The banter's always round the corner with Merson, bro. And he was one hell of a player, bro. Like a lot of these younger guys wouldn't know, but he was serious, bro.
Him, Letitia, these guys could ball, man.
Real ballers, bro. And these men that never got the respect they deserved in England because it was more of a physical game than a technical game. Then. Do you know what I mean? And the thing with
Andy
all
Cole,
of them, bruv, Ferdinand, look, mate, nowhere near it, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere near it, bro. Steve McManaman was a baller as well. Ridiculous football player, bro. Like, man, don't get signed by Real Madrid like if you're crap. You know them,
bro, and he won the champs for them that year in 2000.
Bruv.
And that's why Kevin Keegan let him play free role, but obviously it didn't work in that tournament, so they never did it again. But he was he was techie.
Bad boy. You know what I mean? Like English players don't go to Spain and do anything. You know what I mean? So for him to do that, bro, understand it. He's respected there as well. I mean, they don't respect English, man. They don't even respect Gareth Bale, and he's Welsh. You know them, man. So when they respect Steve McManaman, you know
Did they rate? They rate
him highly at Madrid, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like even you hear like Guillaume Balaguer and the man talk about him, and it's like, right, they respect man. You know, they respect Steve, bro. You know what I mean? If your name's Steve, blood, to be respected in Spain, man's name is Steve, blood. Come on now. No, like
I didn't know that.
Yes,
I didn't know that. I don't think he's respected in England, you know, if you really think of it.
Bro, like, he's not like that.
You know, for what he's done here.
He's not. I think the Scousers might respect him, but England as a whole, they don't respect McManaman. I never hear his name called in any of these conversations. They go straight for the Gascoigne, straight for the Gerrard, but no one ever talks about Steve McManaman, bro.
It's true, you know.
And he was a baller, bro. You know what I mean? He was mad silky, bro. Like, so what are your actual game predictions? Are you, man, smash the like button. Over 500 people in here now. Smash that like button.
Right, before I go, my predictions for this game. What ones do you want, Rants? Do you want political or you want the real thing?
Bro, give me what's your head telling you and what's your heart telling you? Like?
Let me tell you, yeah. My head is telling me 1-1, innit? Because I feel like we could catch them out simply because it's the first game.
Yeah.
Like simply because. But then obviously our record against them ain't that good, innit? So you know what I mean? When you're going, I don't know if that's the heart, if the head, I don't know which one's which, but you know what I mean? I feel like I might be hiding from man after the game still. Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel like it could be one or the other though, because it can either be an Arteta masterclass and he tactically gets it right, and because City are kind of off their pace, Arsenal kind of stifle them, or City could just blow you away. I think it's going to be either or. I think it's either going to be really tight or really wide. Like, I don't think it's going to be like one of them games where it's like 3-2 or whatever. Like, I believe Arsenal get hammered, or it's really close, like, and there's low scoring. You know what I mean? I can't see it being both teams scoring and Arsenal getting the victory, bro.
Nah, bro. If you see the banners on the Cheekysport Insta page, bro, them man are our admins are all flipping Chelsea and
United
Arsenal
and
fans,
Chelsea.
innit? All
Okay.
United, and we got like new guys that are doing a really good job, and they're just corning, man. Like enjoying the, bruv. It's long, but yeah, that's me. What about yourself, Man United prediction?
I think 3-1 we beat Tottenham. I think they might score.
3-1.
I think they might score,
Jeez.
but I think that we're gonna put a few past them.
Is that
I don't rate
is
the
that?
defense.
Yeah, their defense has been funny
They
for
got Serge
years.
Aurier at right back. He's a liability, bro. Like, I think Rashford's gonna have him on toast. You know what I mean? I think Rashford he's just on a high at the moment. I can't see Rashford not playing out of his skin, bro. And also,
That's
what
what I'm
people
saying.
don't realize in football, yeah, you see when there's no crowd, yeah, it's like training. You play with a bit more freedom. There's less pressure. You know what I'm saying? So all the flair players, the cheeky fuckers, yeah, would just be doing madness because there's less pressure, bro. Like, some of the most outrageous things you see in football happen on a training ground.
In training.
But no one's watching. And I feel like the flair players that like bruv, like there's no crowd to get on your back if you use the ball. Like there's none of those things, bruv. I just
You won't even know. You won't know. You have no idea.
That's what I mean. I think it's gonna bring up a lot of them kind of players up a level or two, bruv. You never know. Do you know what I mean? So I just think that Rashford will play out his skin. You know what I mean?
I think that's a really good point. You know, I've been watching football for months and man never thought about that.
Yeah, bruv. Because as a player, like a lot of players are worried about the fan reactions, bruv. Like, and I sat behind the dugout for 2 seasons at Old Trafford, and literally, I just used to listen to Ashley Young screaming at people, bruv. You can hear everything. Do you know what I'm saying? And literally, because of where I was, I used to hear Youngie just giving it to everyone, bruv. And the thing is, if we can hear him, he can hear us. You know them, man. And it's one of them ones where if man lose the ball, you can hear the fans shouting, bro. Like when you're on the pitch and you do things, it's different. Like you can try something, it doesn't come off. You don't hear nothing, bro. It definitely affects the players, bro. Like there's no way any man could think that the players can't hear everything you're saying. Yeah, if they're on the touchline, they can hear everything.
And that's why even players as great as Cristiano Ronaldo, when the fans were getting onto him, he's pissed. Not just because you know what I mean, because to a certain degree, I'm not saying it affects him as much as it affects other people. He's still CR7, but it has an effect, bruv. Like when they whistle, when they, you know what I mean, or man are doing, do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, bro, absolutely, bro. You think that these men, like when they're whistling and stuff like that, bro. Even when Xhaka got booed when he came off, yeah, bro. You think Xhaka wasn't hearing the abuse he was getting for the whole game, bro? These men hear things. So in a game where there's no crowd, it could go the other way, and players could actually play better because there's less pressure. Because you don't see the cameras once the whistle goes anyway. The cameras will never be an issue. It's the actual fans' presence, yeah, that have more of an effect.
Yeah. No, I think you're right there. I think that's a real solid point. I can't even lie. It's a good analysis point.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I think certain players might actually pick it up due to there not being fans there, bro. Especially your flair players that rely on your confidence players. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Pepe looks like one of them as well. He's a confidence player. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
Dortmund been doing that, innit? Dortmund players been looking mad slick since this whole thing.
Yeah. This is it, bro. I'm telling you, I think that the no fans thing is a real thing, bro. And especially for the smaller clubs as well, I think that this could be a lot for them, you know. I think this can help them a lot. Because the away thing, you look, over 50% of the results were away wins in Germany, bro. There's no fans, bro.
Yeah.
No fans. You know what I'm saying? And when there's no fans as well, like when you go to Old Trafford, imagine if it's 78,000 and they only give you an allocation of say like 5,000. Right, when you're 1-0 down, you know what I'm saying? And you got all them man screaming and almost sucking the ball into the net, bro. Like the Stretford end goals, it happens for a reason because the fans, the energy they get from that's not there now. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you're Aston Villa and you're going to Old Trafford, it doesn't matter what end the man is shooting at. You know what I'm saying? There's no fans. You know what I mean? Like people underestimate how important fans are in football matches.
Listen, on that note, Rants, listen, I'm
Big
sure
up,
I'll be
man.
speaking to you this evening. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I'm looking forward to
Bro,
coming back. I'm gonna try to make this as regular as possible because your lives are interesting, I'll be honest with you, it just gives man a different perspective, and I know that's why your audience loves it. So you guys make sure you pay for his Patreon, and he works really hard, and I see the work that he puts in on his channel, and man just got mad respect. You know, today I ordered my green screen because of you, bruv.
love that. Get that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I ordered my green screen because of Rants. I said, look, right now I'm doing it in the car and I didn't even want to do it in my house. I said, nah, you know what? I got to pattern up, bro, because man's gonna be indoors for a long time. So
That's it,
you know
bro.
what I mean?
Like, this is it, bro. Now, respect, man. You lot make sure you follow Joe. Most of you probably are anyway, but make sure you go down and follow him. His ads at the bottom of the screen, guys. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying? Big
yeah,
up,
yeah,
Joe,
yeah.
man. We'll catch up soon, bro.
For sure. Bless Rants.
Nice one, brother.
Peace.
Yes, guys. So yeah, make sure you go over and follow Joe. Also, my interview with Bojan Djordjic is up. It's up as well. Ex-Man United player. So you might have seen it on YouTube. Go watch that. And then obviously the full ones on the Patreon. Links in the description for that. And he's a character. That's all I'm saying, innit? Proper madman. That we had bare jokes. He told me of some Sir Alex Ferguson stories, some night out stories for Manchester. Him growing up, obviously coming from Bosnia, moving to Sweden. We spoke about a whole host of things, and his energy's nuts, isn't it? I'm definitely gonna do another one with him later on down the line before his book comes out. Score predictions tonight. I'm gonna go for 3-1 Manchester City. I'm gonna go for 3-1 Manchester City. No worries, my guy. All right, big up. You and Expressions should do a watch along for the United Tottenham match. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, you know. I'll speak to my brother. We could actually do that. But yeah, Mark usually does the watch alongs in the United stand. What's the status of you in the United stand? Fine, bruv. It's cool. Do you know what I'm saying? There are rumors that like I left and that. Do you know what I'm saying? I wasn't happy about how a few things got handled. Do you know what I mean? Regarding the bullshit with the AFTV interview and that, which I absolutely said nothing wrong, and it was absolute facts. Do you know what I mean? And I just wasn't happy with, I'd say, the lack of public support in it. I wasn't happy, and I was gonna leave anyway, but it's sorted. Do you know what I mean? So it's fine. Like there's nothing to worry about. Like I'm still on the channel. You know what I mean? And that's it. Like we go on as normal. Like what the problem that we had was resolved, guys. So there's nothing to worry about. And it wasn't Mark that put that tweet out. So the people that have been getting onto Mark on Twitter, you don't need to do that anymore. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to do that. Like it wasn't Mark that put the tweet out. Because I know a few people messaged me saying, oh yeah, they've been getting onto Mark. You don't need to get onto Mark. It wasn't him. So yeah, so I haven't left the United stand. That's not what happened. Big up my guy. No, I'm saying big up my guy, man. No worries. No worries, bro. I enjoy doing this for you guys, man. I mean, I appreciate it. Oh, Pepe's better than Daniel James. We all know that. Do you know what I mean? I just enjoyed like trolling Arsenal fans because Pepe didn't start well, but we know that Pepe's better than Daniel James. We do know that. I think everyone knows that. I think United fans even know that as well. You see, the difference between me and Robbie, yeah, is because of how I am, yeah, there's a stereotype against me. So everything I say, people want to try to take it out of context because I don't go out of my way to say things nicely, innit? Whereas Robbie's very politically correct and stuff. Whereas me, I'm very straight to the point. I'm very blunt. I'm very matter of fact, innit? So the people that don't like me will use that as an excuse to try and twist things I said. Me and Robbie said the exact same thing. But because it was me that said it, then man tried to make a circus out of it. But as I said, guys, these men can't destroy something they didn't build. Most of these guys trying to trash me, and trash the United Stand. They don't follow us. They don't support us. You can't destroy something you didn't build, bro. If you didn't put a brick in, you can't take a brick out, bro. Do you know what I mean? So as much as these men keep chatting shit about me and us, my numbers still keep going up. The channel's numbers still keep going up. These men they're not supporters, they're haters. Do you know what I'm saying? So haters can't destroy something they didn't help build, guys. Sahil, I don't know what that means, bro, but I appreciate you. You know them ones. I've been speaking from my heart, you get me, bro? Like, I mean, the whole like racial injustice and that, bro, that's important to me. That's important to me because it's my lived experience, innit? So if I feel like I'm not being supported on that by people that are supposed to be by me, then I leave, innit? That's all the situation was. But everything's been cleared up. Yes, Dwayne. I don't know what the super chat. There's no message there, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that was an accident. I big up my guy. I appreciate it, man. Like, man, I just try to just be honest with you, lot, innit, and just speak from my heart and speak from my experiences. That's all it is, bro. I'll never say stuff that I don't believe, and if I do, I make it clear that I'm just taking a piss, bro, which I do sometimes. Oh, here it is. Didn't send. What would be satisfied if you finish the season in fifth, but win the Europa to secure Champions League? That's a good question. Yeah, I would be. I would be. I would be. I would be still. I think if Oli doesn't get top four with Chelsea's fixtures, and United's fixtures, Chelsea have the harder fixtures. If Oli doesn't get top four, I think it tells me what I already knew about him, that he's not good enough. However, you can't argue with winning the Europa League again. That would be brilliant. That would be brilliant, innit? It would be a trophy for the club. And I've always said, even when Mourinho was there, I'd prefer to get a trophy than not get a trophy, innit? So I'll take the Europa League and a fifth place finish over top four and no trophy. 100%. Now, Bojan was happy that he didn't finish his stories, but Bojan said to me, because Bojan's got a book coming out, and it's Boyan. He's got a book. He's got a book coming out, so he said he doesn't want to give all the stories away, innit? But he said when he gets closer to selling his book, then we'll do another interview, innit? Like a promo thing, because he's my guy, bro. Me and him get on really well, innit? Like, we followed each other on social media for a while. You know what I mean? So it was good to finally like catch up. Just going through you lot's messages before I leave. I'm gonna go watch the football at my mate's house tonight. honest opinion on Arsenal's team is that player for player, they're not very good. However, Arteta's a brilliant coach. And I think that if Arsenal back him, next 2 or 3 seasons, I think Arsenal can be a top 4 club again. Like, when I mean top 4 club, I mean comfortably in the top 4. I don't mean on the outskirts bouncing around. I think comfortably there, innit? I still think that, I think Tottenham are on the decline. And actually, no, I won't say top 4. I say top 6. Because right now, Arsenal aren't comfortably a top 6 team. I think that the top 4 doesn't exist anymore. I think that the top 4 has turned into a top 6 now. Because Liverpool are now in there and they weren't. Tottenham are now in there and they weren't. So the normal top 4 would obviously be Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal. But now you have to add Tottenham and Liverpool in there now. You have to, innit? So I think it's a top 6. I don't think Arsenal are a comfortable top 6 team at the moment. And neither are United, to be fair. But I think that giving Arteta the right guys, the right money, I think he can do something. Alright, big up. Man said BT Sport, you know. To be fair, BT Sport have the worst lineup possible. Like, they could do worse. But I've really got Michael Owen, Robbie Savage in that. Their lineup's terrible. Big up everyone for supporting the content as well. Make sure you smash the like button. Still over 400 people watching. Just wrapping up now. This is a good question. I'll take this before I leave. Yeah, Bruno's on pens now. I think that Martial finishes top scorer. Great question. Big up everyone. Smash that like button for me. Okay? Smash that like button for me. I'm going to... What am I going to do? I was thinking, should I do I'll do a match reaction to the well, not over a match reaction, but a stream, yeah, reacting to the City Arsenal game, like. But I'll do that tomorrow, actually. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. Fuck it. Let me check my diary, see what I have in my diary. Yeah. Obviously, oh no, me and Akeem have our stream at 3 o'clock tomorrow. So I'll talk about the City and Arsenal game there. So that's what I do, guys. Big up you guys. I appreciate all your support. Make sure you go over and watch the interview with Boyan as well. Leave your comments. And yeah, like, I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow.